ato my Ghana the shema munyina mo ha Sompa TV so and when egu so ya wo hwei abro no so se awia pram to braka se boa ya boa no no ya de nyina da abaso mo na nsam do ya de ba no ne yedi makote no bi eni ana bia kwakoye hwehwemu de ato dwa ya wo kire se wo hwemu pa no Dr. Hajj Baumia running mate no e wo se yewura napo enwoyi no sanso ana asem ya ka ho bi ama municipal chief executive officer odema asokoi mampon ora Kennedy akwasi kankam wode abato dwa a kyeresa sanhwehwemu no ebusua wo mo de omu hunu sesa na etie yabakọ ne yakwakodi enkomo na national chief imam opanye payo kasa de mano yera sheik arme ya osaibu na wakasa yi wode atodwa akyeremu wose enyamfom so okra anya bonne kra se Dr. Alhaji Baumia woye kremoni na ene asofo pempem ade wo monsa eguni so sanso na yera John Dramani Mahama wode yakwakoto dwa wo Christian Service University sa ene ye no debate awodo ya edi atwagu o social media no so sa wonya passport to na to kwa konkrofo mama so kwa ye adwuma ayese se obetena wo mamu no anya PhD no wo se hu hia se wo man ya betwendwene ho awom sa konome no anioma enkwaye die yabakọ SSNIT nsansam Yera Brian Champon dada ya SSNIT nsansam ba yeyi ene waba beka sasanya no kroda sa Rock City Hotel ya no ya no dia no anioma ekọ bisibasa wene nsama wodo a edika asade tie na wiabre ya bobo no ya ne nyina baba somo sa awia prom to braka sebo yamfa sedama nyumako ye Mizo drink and a 5G one more tire cheaper papa. I was your baby our question over 6 junction. Obenyan do no what to. Dr. Be Watana so apatapa new site. Was a diabana how wadena tete war. Fokodano no one to us here and famau. 21st clinic in Suya Siatica expert say. Was Siatica ya dealing in a dawabasha at the Amau cloud internet. The fastest internet in the world. And our friends also 3 Herbal Center. What a 3 core capsules, Coco Master Drono, at the account be at the Abaya Quajama Swa, or when you have been what on our Coco Ninata Asia 2 at the free hall. And now we are live. Oko Facebook on my Sompa 93.1. YouTube no I Sompa TV. I am Aaron Fisi, a Christian something in a Aba Fontenta Fidiano Subenya been working kind. I www.sompaonline.com and something in other and some for penina Samudia Kogua over to me I can be me a magia giant back and can semi diama wo meeting any Akosia aje wako dear boatin afayanja bray nan some no kasa enchichim Ayo shamobia kwaso aya NIB na ya sanhwehwemu yi ne nyina da aya running mate ya hwani mu samampanya be de che Dr. Alhaji Baumia ya wono woto franka adiama NPP amanyoko no ene ne kire ya da wo so obetumi ayie sane ya ba na beboa ma fi abato ne nto obone ade enioma betumi agina yie diama no na efremra Yera Baumia wo bedi NPP amanyoko no animu no na edia wodo bia eboboba no Dr. Opoku Prempe Matthew na papa ni di edimu ntintima yi pa na wode monyafo wano na yasoafo ya wo hwe my Ghana yenyina mahoden ho ensam so eno na aka ho biya ma hwehwemu sonko ya NIB fo akwaye no won mo kire mo se won mo kompeso ahodo so afei wo mo ne regional national ene constituency executives ahodo pinu de di nkomo amane ma omde gugu nsane nu ye no enipa maako mpem num wo ha ne dunsia 5116 NPP delegates nkoa ye wo my Ghana mu no ena wo mo ne wo mo ekasaye ekwowi a kire no na susu dia ya wo mo ye no Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe wanyamu ha mu nchemu adioso ensia a kire pono mienu 76.2% na esaba no ni dibra ne nioma wodo no survey no mu ye na kwasoro pa enam so nti wo mso se Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ba ebetumi aboa ama NPP adi nkunim afi abatuo mu aka wo bi amana no pay wade achia bi adwumadi asuo no obanye pay aba na manyosem a obeni mu wo senior lecturer at University of Ghana Dr. Abdul Jalilu Atiku wone Sompa kase adi nkomo ama wakyerɛkyerɛ nsɛmpi no amo sane survey no enioma koye
research dia say I research no dia ya dia high premium eto so because research no e evidence so nkrofo na omo eya normally be bisa say nkrofo be na money omo kasa ni eyi so once ebi omo akasa money amanfo akasa the manfo akasa either as party people and as every other ordinary people na any omo views I think that it's a good thing. So where idea Emma party no this young the way now nipa do no share idea or make me after so na ma na election no na idea omo to me en ko na obugo omudi no na po anyway nyina all of them that within the party idea omo some months if you can't say for the MPP in particular no they have no option once now omo after Dr. Baumi say when you flag bearer exactly and especially so share the movement for change candidate and Kojotramanti hopefully Ashanti region. So for me, somehow some threat to be so for the MPP in my view, they have no option than to pick Obi from Ashanti region because that is the stronghold of the party. In fact, because once we the stronghold of the party, the candidate M31 honorable Educhum of Pari and also gender and can also be data na yes NIB for edita no exaggerate NIB normal nanka mi say omo yo research IB na kuku mo be say abet to the idea then secondly we have to speak to the data now omo edia but I'm not surprised at all say from the data now omo na for the about over 70% close to 80%. I'm not surprised so because he is one person from the one then it do a
I was your senior lecturer at University of Ghana, Dr. Abdul Jalilu Atiku Anna Yaten Kano. Now was some Kronwa one municipal chief executive officer ya war Asokor Mampon. One monya for Kennedy Akwasi can come. Sasem Kroya no what nanua tumbi atrasa one dear. Sasu Diana survey noa and I before Aquaya Diabana one munyin tumsa sir ebetimi ayesa.
So let me tell you, my member. China menye this BNI issue almost happen NIB or BNI onye research bia me kanyina ne say me kakmo to agima ka kire obia say don't give unnecessary pressure to Dr. Mamadou Baumia, the chairman of Council of Elders or si mamu fa pressure mano wa unsani o ma bi say no mu ya Dr. Ainana Danko Kufado, ETC Bank of Ghana, Deputy Governor of Bank of Ghana, the buyer. So, because at that time, no, na Hajj Alima, any microphobia, na ye ensemble brain, create confusion. Oh, ne have confusion, ne create a lot of problem in the party. If they do, baby, no. So, Kofa Halima Ba, what say, blog will be, so Kofa Sadiq Boniface Abaka Ba, what say another blog. So, there is a neutral person to come in so that Obia and Kofa problem from a party. See, MPP, your biggest threat now in these elections, it's not about TV, what is issues that is happening in the country. It's about the selection of our running image. That's our biggest threat now. One of our threats. If you are running mate in a na party, no, we need a lot of reconciliation. So on the mention because we in as if we was all share the indicators are research no more can one seminar obi our research in the piano those indicators are irrelevant. Polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, national executives as if they have already having their bites. The bite I know more want to say omo flag bearer omo they say Dr. Baumia yewi it is obi go research. Now, who use police station executives for as a sample? That research, and so the sample should be Ghanaians who are going to vote. That would have been the proper sample size, and they did such a research. Because now, and your police station for the entire population of Ghana. Okay. And I say BNI crime from 100% more than 100% sure that BNI haven't done this. What I say, but BNI I'll be very disappointed in them because the indicators and the title and the research samples and those things in even a wrong target. We don't need the police station officers, the party. Because I'm already of course, they are making their right. Anna Dr. Baumia I was with him all day. When I said Dr. Baumia, I was with him all day. It is clear. Say Obi anywa and ne Aminuka so popular. I say Dr. Baumia. He has his own popularity. Gomi Dinachi from day one till say you jan kwai man fro plane call and ajuba 11 o'clock call.
I was away a municipal chief executive officer. Ya wa asokore mampo won monya for Canada akwasi kankam. Na sa running mate won sansam ya no. Director of Communications, ya no akoya saka sadema Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, ne campaign no ayora Dennis Miracle Abwaje. Wadnano atumbi elchose yera Bawumia obisa na to ansa no womena do bepa. Ne nyina no kire mu sa papa no wohwe ne ho. Ewuno sa de so anu anasempo nioma no wa ba befa no wo betumi ansa na wo ba beje de so se wo beto franka aduama NPP amanyuku no na asa nioma we nyina no ye hye sonko a wo de agu akwan mu no wo hwe so obenya ni papa ya sabio wo betumi aboa no na afia bato ye beto no NPP betumi adi nkunimuntia wo so cha nyina no nya bibia ntia na mmom wo no enhye mapa ya wo de agu akwan mu no aya na fa pi no ano NPP amanyuku no wo mmra ne wo mo hyehyeye enso ka ho bi enam sunti se nipa pinu asusu se Bawumia ya wonhwe na fe na po no wonfa ne bana de kaka ho a wom so bi ntimi nyima no de na mmom wo no wom de ne ma begu nsane ani de osafata no wo behwe sai obeyi no.
Before he set out to announce his decision to run as a flag bearer and a Salam down, had done all he had to do, which included identify who his running mate would be. But you know, as a party, we have our own rules and regulations. And one of it is the fact that the flag bearer would nominate a running mate in consultation with the National Council. And so the convention has been that you go to the National Council and put out your nomination, and the National Council would ratify, approve, or otherwise. But he, as a person, has been clear in his mind who is nominated long before he was elected and on November 4th during the presidential primaries. What is left now is for the time to be due based on our timelines. Then he would go and present the person. But like I said, this person politically must be politically correct, and politically correct simply means that we are going out there to go and look for votes. Definitely, we need to win before we govern. So this person must be one that will bring in the votes to support all the votes that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia himself will be bringing. And eventually, when we win the elections based on the votes that we have collectively brought into the port, we need to govern. And in governance, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has articulated several policy and action points for various sectors, and he would need that person who would complement his efforts and give him the right support to be able to implement and execute this vision. These are the two key or critical ingredients: the political capital you are bringing to the ticket, and then your ability to complement the flag bearer's effort once a government is formed. And these two things are what is driving him, and it's quite clear in his mind who the person is.
Where I Director of Communications or no Korea Saka Sadema Yera, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia campaign no ora Dennis Miracle Abwaji. Na ano pinuana sebre one mabini muo. Na one more search Ramusa Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ya wano to Franka, Adama NPP amanyuko papa no wafon kwapa. Ne nyina sa na no ada ne to aboya wabono eni asofo pepiankoma ana wo nyina da tenetene wo monsa ya papa yi ye hira wo muto nhira bosuo edigu ni so wa abra wo ye kramuni na asasam no na aka wo bi ama national chief imam ne kasamafo ora sheikh armeya shaibu wore na no atum bi a kire se wo man no ye moja kro nipa baako sabi mpaduasa esom awodo ya obi asom wo no eno nkira se nipa no wonya nipa ejisa ye Bawumia wayankramoni na Christopher de nsa agu ne so na wo muto nhirabo so de gu ne so wo humfom so bia ye wom wo humra bia ya papa na to ye no nti no e wo se ye twene dawra na ye kan nsam a anim adefa no ho wo se ne nyina na som a ye som wo no nyankropon twede ampon basa ye adom tibirikisi ba ko pe ane ye nyina da ye bom pa ye su frɛ no na akwakwa sa asɔre ya ye kɔ no obi ya kɔ ne de nkuntia enti wo besere ganafo won mo de ye Bawumia ya twea pia no a wo ne ne twetwere ne sia no adawroma ye nipa ba ko nti bibia ni a aya ye nyintum.
Good reasons why, for example, you find me in it. I have entered into the church. I've entered into the church with a chief imam. I'm in a Catholic cathedral here. on a certain anniversary. I mean, the chief imam was invited. I went together with him. Apart from the fact that he entered into Christ the King, because of the interfaith and my interfaith engagement, I also am invited. I'm in Presbyterian Church. We have a public lecture in the Presbyterian Church. I go there, I give lecture. It doesn't make me less if I go and for example, I have to also behave like every Christian will do. I mean, down deep inside me, that I am a Christian. Though I say I'm a Muslim, but I'm a Christian. Compromising my faith, for example, then there's something wrong. No. I mean, there are things that are done symbolically. I mean, priests come to the chief imam's place. I went to greet him, and then when they are going, they say they want to say a prayer for him. So sometimes I cringe a little bit. I don't know what will happen. So then I will whisper to his ears that the man said they want to say a prayer for him. Then he said, let them pray. He said, let them pray. Reverend Lawrence Tete I've gone with him, and he has asked the chief imam, he wanted to pray for him, and he's held chief imam's hand and prayed. And as he was praying, chief imam says, Amen to it. Those acts are symbolic to show that friendship. There is something in religious studies we call, those of you who are academics in the study of religions, we have the phenomenological study of religions. Phenomenology is a method of study, method of research, which requires that you bracket your subjectivities and open up in order to understand something. So those things are there. So symbolically, you can do something, and those who we call them the empathetic engagement. That's what. He is a politician. I'm not a politician.
Yes.
So now, and I want all those who are listening to me, I'm not doing politics. I mean, he's a Muslim, but I'm not doing politics. He's doing political tactics. Dr. Bawumia knows that even if all Muslims in this country vote for me, he cannot win election. True. If all Muslims will vote for Bawumia because of the statistics we have, yes. So
I was your way a customer for the national chief imam or Sheikh Aramiyao Shaibu. Yako and Sanfo from mu. Na anano Daniel Musami for one more for Fidayana one more dear no. Yera John Dramani Mahama ya watu Frank Adia Mama Yokono, Wadako ja a chiremo as a Sassian as a Wushamua. Wama Gana Casancasa Quanya first way come back and a born wire pa. Nanana Pensua no na ejina 11,900. Yana Gana for beer to me ko beer sans and a bonefo. No mani ya kono ye nika Sagana for na ya wami Muslim for no one but to me and Yaquanya no Macoma canibi. Now, so I was some say about Wabatina Quanya so. Send was even a whole one was for Henny. Now watch us or bow about it and you so Gana Baya Gana Bayani cano. And your son or my year who was there was some say and nay Abay Batina Quanya so and so be Comaka. Now 1 year won't get us 75,000 Ghana cities here. Want to mean Coman in ye. Where was some pass and so many more yet day. Not says get you dear say and a Ghana for 8 year. I can be a machaman ya wada Hajj board no. Onimonya for Ben Abdallah Banda wadanwa tumbi. Ya watch them says omokura no de nyoma gunsan ya nia. E Ghana de na for pa. Enti de era John Dramani Mahama kano. One no ensadanya adwen.
Last year when we did the increase, there was crying and wailing. People were crying foul that the price was too much. We increased it based on the prevailing circumstances then in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, because things had increased and we could not but also increase the Hajj fare. But we didn't want a situation where they had increased. We will not increase, and at the end of the day, we'll be leaving a huge legacy dead behind. That is not good enough. So one, the consideration is that we wanted our pilgrims to have as much comfort as possible. We wanted to lessen their burden. We also had good negotiations with our service providers, and they understood that they were going to maintain the prices that they charged last year, though certain things have increased, because what pertained last year could not have pertained this year, could not have pertained this year. Talking to some of the chairpersons within our neighboring countries. Almost every country that you speak to will tell you that they've increased the price. Nigeria has almost double the price that they charged last year. Senegal has also increased. And Niger has also increased. And some other West African countries, they've all increased. The PP government would take every single year that they perform Hajj very seriously. Because if you fail, the political implication is die, the financial and the economic implication on the pilgrims will also be dire. You know, at first, people will troop to the Ghana Hajj village. And then some will be wailing and crying, not even knowing when they will be flown to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But I think that this time around, that worrying phenomenon has reduced considerably.
On Wanyafo Bena Abdallah Bandano no waya chairman of the Hajj board nene ana yakotie ya no cheche mwose sa wo hwemo pa no ma Ghana de afo papa ya anye asenkuma yagosoda ewo NDC amanyoko nim na asamba ko no so age dawra wo mayi mu na nkrofo twene sere ne abasa ne social media so ba bia ne nam ho se ba bia o ma Ghana akokodro ne ho kire fita no a wo maye namu no de eni onyia unya passport kuma bi na wotu kwa kwahye kwasi broni kuro mu anya hwekura no agya kodware mponko sene ade a wo betimi anya sika kakra de agubotom na wotumi ahenha wo se no no ye asene se obenya PhD e wo magana mu wa bere adwuma kora no wonya binya wo mayi mu na asasam no ka ho bi amaye John Dramani Mahama wo de akoto dwa e wo Christian Service University ye no e wa Santamantem Kopo Kumase wo mo finhia duonum ye won monya no ase e kire mu se wom se wo man ni mu ayeden ahokyere wom Ghana tempenten kwa ye hunamane ya yahwa ni mu sa NPP amanyoko be fra konya so na NDC abade na so wo man ni nya nru hokora san sam ati saye ye betumi aka wo so wo man ni mu yaden se no aye hia nipa sabe mpedua san wo betumi aboa na wode wo man Ghana akobɔ asase so wono a ene wono ye John Dramani Mahama no etisa Ghana fo hyase se ye adwene se ye nya passport ni ade tu kwan a eno no yesene so obibenya PhD ni ade a ekobasa na Ghana ye yedro kire enti adawroma ye ntwentwen nioma so.
There's widespread despair and anguish amongst our people, leading to an active debate that I have followed recently on our social media about whether securing a foreign passport to do menial jobs in Europe is better than holding a PhD in Ghana. It is a reflection of the adversity into which our nation has been plunged. Otherwise, there's no basis of comparison between a visa and a PhD. A PhD is about learning and education. A visa is an opportunity to travel and reside somewhere. But you forget that where you are residing, there are people with PhDs too. And the comparison is not between their PhDs and the fact that you are residing in their country. Learning and education is the most important resource a human being can acquire. Those whose glaring failures at economic management have sucked us into this vortex of despair, despite their lofty talk in opposition, and who now seek to flee from responsibility, cannot be rewarded with the presidency of a nation in such deep crisis. The presidency cannot be handed over to those who present themselves as the future when they have been the epicenter of our disastrous present. Leadership that is honest and accepts responsibility for challenges rather than passing the buck is the kind of leadership that sustains democracies. One that is not enamored of sophistry and sloganeering. One that levels with the people and carries them along on the arduous task of resetting our country is the kind of leadership we need for a sustainable democracy.
I was your way a year John Dramani Mahama ya wotu Frank Adiama NDC amanyokono na Fabiano ana wababa kyerem wo sabrana so sama mpanyin na do wagene from so atum na wakama Ghana fo nyina hunu bi ese wo man no ahokyere wom Ghana nkwaye saase no no akase wo hunu wo no na ananko nim se bi agyanko obetena konya so na watoto nneoma ama nneoma atumi agina yi na so asa agene nsam na nneoma ekobisi basa ewo so kana Ghana fo nya atimitie na nyina ye hunu bi se ba bi o man na adunie na so obi wadwenkyere bi ni susuye bi a watumi dia ba wose no no ye pa sene se da bia no mampanyi na do wode be hye ne tirim se Ghana ekoyie na Ghana ekoyie wa bra man mu no akasankasa ye huna mane.
With the national spirit sinking to an all-time low and hopelessness engulfing our country, a change in governance and direction has become absolutely imperative. I will ban all mining in forest reserves. Not one single oil well has been brought on stream. When we came into office, there was only one oil well, the Jubilee Field. During the four years of my presidency, we went and brought 2 more oil fields, the 10 field and Jingamisa. The presidency cannot be handed over to those who present themselves as the future, when they have been the epicenter of our disastrous present.
Where are you, Rajon Dramani Mahamaya, what to Frank Adiama NDC Amanyukuno? I was here to and some no as Sonia Sobo for the Anam Wapaso. Bassa na watch me and Saka Kwane Bosom so dear. Dr. Brian Champon, ya no. Aya Rock City Hotel Panipa, Papa in the Honton Cra. One no cry, I saw for you was sure you near Nene, Agri Quarter, and one and some show. Ninata Alpha Senate, Edmacono, one hotel Sebasa Naya. Ababa to monten so sa emu nan no emu hamunche mu aduosia 60% sha no de ye Raban na champion wo kwakoto na won madane ade ahyene sam na be shareholder sa sam ne ba ya no panyifo atwotwo woro chichiro ne nintini wo mo kwa pension nyina da sori tia kire sa da bi ye no ane sa na amene so man ne sika wo man na japade ye de kwakobra to brasa nam shunti wo ye kire chenkire kwaso na no ada ye rasam ro kujeto abla kwa ye no aye no tom ra shebedwani wodi ani mu kura pokwa ka nsam so Rock City Hotel no kura no wo musika sam ese nioma kofom enioma nhada nkwa yie sa bia honom eninti na aka ho bia ma yera Brian Champion wo pese wodi sa adwuma no na anu aka ho bi ama yera Brian Champion ya wo no Rock City Hotel aye no de yi papa Frimra Sante ya Ghana fo sha ase ebo ne din afa ne wakasa na wakasa na wo kire mu sanya no kura da biara da sa ni hotel ya for Rock City Hotel no wo mo dwumadie fa ne sikasam ne ade anuoma ekobasa na wo mo gina wo na so paasa konkoma ne agyan ye nya asem ketoma na mpanyifo aka asem se nya nsem pi no a ene ye kan monten so ene ono so ma mesine ntoma gofi wo monten so nti de Ghana fo ka biada wo mo kan na emu no de wo kan se ne hotel no eda so gina na so.
He's quoting file numbers, he's mentioning people's names, he's saying all kinds of things. And then when we checked, we realized that none of what the man was saying was true. Not one. There was nobody at GRA that goes the name. I didn't have the permission to mention the person, but he did. There was nobody at GRA by that name. There was, indeed, Rock City has not even filed their annual returns with GRA, they tell me. They've not been to GRA. They don't have any records at GRA for anybody to even intercept. But if you look at the presentation of the main protagonist in this matter, as though he has intercepted documents, and I put it to him today, that they are all lies. They are lies, a fabrication. I mean, it's beyond propaganda. Pure, ungodly lie. And I don't think that an honorable member should do that. You can always at least go dance around the facts, play around the facts, massage the facts in a way that you want. But you cannot enter into the realm of lies that you have intercepted documents and the document says that Rock City is making losses. And how can a loss-making company, enter into a transaction to do this? I mean, it's not right. The member said, I have intercepted the 2023 GRA filings of Rock City's accounts. and they made a loss of 1.7 million, unquote. In fact, he said, can you believe this? Can you believe this? I'm sure you've seen the video. That they are making losses, and there is nothing like that. And that is why today I dared him to put that records out.
I was away a year brand a champion no Rock City Hotel penny pa yana diano no acquire say swafua or show magana young food hu and some so 21st clinic and I account for the ama was and they quay now was siataka ya dear no one to us here and fama siataka no dana dan no ya candy chile which I mamma near papa nom yes what to a century no a chun what they about number munua Emoyo do John baby a anye what na sia na atwen wo pagya mo se wo nante kora de abobo no abusua hwai se wo bekọ 21st clinic nchen ebia na sia teka yade no ane bia chewo wo kwa doctor fo benya daje papa na won ma hwew san se wo mo laboratory centers wo scan so wo be obi kama na fe wo massage wo ade aka ho kuma se wo hwe overseas junction wo be ya for radio Wabuasi ubehu wa mwa Council Quarters Court Junction Enkran wadon market to ena fe sunyane enkranza tachiman branches nkaini nyina dabehu wa mo fre wa 0540 311 0540 311 Dr. Abe watana so apatapa new site wase yade be na hawo sekasa na hoin hat gonorrhea ana sample fiber de ade hernia sabia twere yade ababato wo de hie bi so amamu huna mane pa enkane a hyase se ya preso na di ya yemo hepatitis yade diabetes malaria fever ne nyina da Dr. Abe wotu ase wo se yade bia da ye body wo maga na mu oyeye se ya honhom fam honam fam ne nyina no wo hwedi hu dwuma wo kwota na so apatapa new site a wo ban apatapa junction ne won moda wo de tena homa mu abaje so e wo 0243 345 392 0243 345 392 Mizo and 5G drink ye can for the amount and check na ye kwa afofide mana sempo ye kwa weekends ya no shawunu se wo benya Mizo and 5G yi build we so free gym anasempo wade no wa wo kro no engagement outdoor no won pese oba no bibia me be kwa wie kire no ede ye fun yade ababa to so a eye Mizo and 5G drink eno na ohia wo kwa no to bi na de a shop bag nim won so a wo to pono no wa ye no saa from panyefo na pendodo mu 2 I was 0246 270 221 0246 270 221 afa kokoma setedro nie aya 3 ko capsule so na 3 herbal center wo mo ne de se du pay ade abadwama so sene ne mode bon ne dwumade asetienti nkrofo pepa titiru ne ahyenkafo wo se wo sese na ya wata ase ache sisie ne mu ya wo ja ama wo dwon ba bia anye koko haw afa ayam tima ba badwa wo so woko senso a wontumi nchia na nanomu a hwese wo bekọ pharmaceutical shops ahodo ye ben wo mu wo se wo pe 3 equal capsules koko master duro no wato ana akokole na keba dani heba Mr. Heba na epidank on sabekabi wo pe ndodo motu nso afre I was 0546 107 107 0546 107 107 cloud internet the fastest internet ya wo mamu pa I was yade na wo pay for internet ho cloud wantimi mwa wo say CCTV camera ye me install bi fama Wi-Fi na wo pay digital security locks web posting bi biada ye for internet ho no ebusia wo mbado mabo papa 24/7 ebegina na so wo top high one love FM di hwani mu from panyufo 0202 699 110 0202 699 110 ye jina weso ne yaton krae ba ye bekọ kasoa osra ni no a anansntem wo ye de ne ho amane bobo mo se owura bi e friend se Ben Lordo wone ni nipa bi won makwakobo ni tuo fa asasesem wo ho no enne ana mpanyifo ya amamra ne amane a won mo eja ne kwan na nsem wo piepie fremu bana no den pa ye da ye ho tew ye ba ye bedi asemi ho komo
21st clinic a sciatica expert sciatica no o nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu o to ase ka wo se dwe wo sirem wo je ho ba bia enye na eno na 21st clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu ye ntia baso bo magine wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enyasam ketewa Womuji international awards ahodo womuji local awards ahodo na anu nso na womu be the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim hano ebi ni baby a gise 21st clinic nkoa womu de bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade ba ko a wo magidi womu pa no sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mo ho 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 That's a 21st clinic. Woman is sciatica expert.
Introducing Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink, a whole new refreshment in a can. Mixer 5G is a tasty non-alcoholic drink. It is a perfect companion for all your events, including parties, weddings, and funerals. It is made with green tea, ginseng, guarana, grapes, and grapefruit. Get refreshed with Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink. For bulk purchases, contact 0246 270 221. This advert is FDA approved.
Brakasa ye duabon waso a ne dwumedi wo nipadua biara pom den ene na brabo mu ne hie yi pa enye brakasa nko nuaba ne haban bi te se ko nsusu a abonwo no ne dia akeka ho no kura enwanunu ahodo a ekwa animu
Sompa TV, Emma Aketiapa.
Ama katuapa mpa awusia ya damu asese matwa yama ya kwaba ya kwa umano so yana yama ne bone kojoba fo akwa kodi enkomo na epo bosom da na to so dua sayan ka omanfo yawo won mo hwe wo TV no so na awusia mahunde ya kan a Facebook no aye Sompa 93.1 ana YouTube no aye Sompa TV ne nyina no aye asase wo manso bia yesusu se Lance Corporal Michael Danso ya no yesrani owura bia for Ben Lord ababio wakobo ne tuo ya awakaso Millennium City kwawe kire ma ne ti nananom awo ansia do no ana mamra ne amane kwaso abusua awase wosra ni wo mepa no korabre na sane kaso a ehosi bi huru no enya sanketo akora ye kwa wo no so na yakwa kodi nkomo ade afa ho kojo mahai
Mejo semini aba
ani membo ko de
ibi abako
asedan Kenya me boye musa se ye ne wo hyehyɛ ne nneoma sɛ na ɛkɔ ɛwɔ ɛhonom ɛhefa pɔte na wei
well as I said every o kan no ene Lance Corporal Michael Danso a o film 38 April no ene 24 wo military command Bema camp ene ebusuafo Michael ebusuafo ekɔ benkrom sɛ ɔmo bɛpɛ ne krabea ene ne nyina ne sɛ die nti aba ɔmo ɛpɛ ne krabea ene ne sɛ Michael SDA ni nti no almost so say SDA amamre mu no eye ya wada any ifiada se ne be ya memenda no homeda won de kwakwa akoso eno nti ene ne yesi no ye no ekoso wo Bema camp ho na Michael edini duma ase Australia na we ene military command no apato mo se ye ni ho hye nyina mo ne ebutua no agesi mo na so a bibia ekoso ene ekosie no military cemetery wo Bema camp ye koye no so no pedifo aya mamene amane amaye de no akwa hye efemu asambra me no kasa die Lance Corporal Michael Danson enka ti asefo hu bi mu ene se wie eboko nyina no se cancer manfo a na se waba be kan ho bi eno ne ene de course eno achi ye kopɛ Michael Krabbe no so no na ene so course che se enkenne ena nipa odi ni sa abone ma ne fi mo no ye ben lot e was nke sa de na edp mu e course na ye copy mu course no piem pina no tie dwom e de atuja se because ene ye da ye de Michael e kwa kwose e fema na se ye na eyi no osusu se ye free court case na e dia na asrafo ene ebusuafo aba be bottom pem ho na e de oyi ni ene basabasa he e de aba ho enunti otu eye asem no e de ase eye 4 July na bibia omodi asem no every hon ene ube pie mu na ene no eye Lance Corporal Michael Danson ene ye de no akwa kwose e fema na se akopɛ ne Krabbe
Lance Corporal wa yire awoma
Lance Corporal Danson eni yire na emum o e baba ko wodi emfiutu oye abema
aminim sa ayi etise yie nipa no no akasa free ni pem na wanwu anase nyame anton san frɛ no na nipa bi na agye na krade free ni nsɛm wo no anya dan a yɛse bi bɛkɔ honom anya bia watete bibi sa anuama bi kɔ so sɛ bia wo mu wiye yie no a onkwakoye kai bi ni ade ana
well I said everybody got kind no I think say ade abusiafo any asojafo ni nyina no bia after you dey betimi anticipate a court case na honom because ni nyina no share asafo buy from the high command every junior staff ni nyina ni mu ade omo ka nyina ne say kwanye omo nua ane omodofo ni free mu no nye ekwan papa enti sani pa bonfo na odi ni sa ewu no omo ga hwese emra ene ni bedi enti ana abusua ene asafo ni nyina nsem omo kan say they want justice enti no from a year no ekon na watchu museum there na say attention ni nyina do kwa kopi mu o court a ni gidi say judges ne a lawyer for no ena adwuma no kese pa baba be si omo so na say omo hwese attention ni ebe ye adwuma enti no ne yesi a ekoso ewo eyi na say o show matan ya ne ba efi mu a asema o kan nyina na say ebubu a obo nyina na say dipa boni fo a odi ni ba na wu no emra eni ni emra empe eye justice informa ne ba ebusu apanyin a oba ye nsem sa na o kan na no e ba nyina asem o kan nyina ne say omuba no say nipa okun no say ampe justice amana ne samai ana say the samai eni enti sa ensem no ene consumption mini aba obusa dia na justice no from anana pedifo na ebusia bo hon from say movie a we film no oman no ene asre adwuma na say mra adwuma no empe mfama wo
enti na chese sane ne America ko no de na no won mu sie na bia kwasi ada won ma yayi ana ni nyina etoa so
you know eguswa ekoso ewoye bema campus sia me no kan say ekopɛ ne Krabbe no egusia any military command ni nyina abodom pemu a you know etoa so enti ne nyame adoma otena na memenda so no egusia akwa ye na system ewo ezi asafo mu de aman ono no esanse na oye Australia oye ezi ni no oba bema campa omo ezi asafo ni bi oye garrison 7-day advantage honum na awesome but the oba a few dia na ko sum e wo kaso a be bia na busuafo but na nse wo ye Australia ni no o sum e wo garrison e wo ye bema camp nto ho e no mo be ye e wo fuso eni bibia e dia ma na ye da memeda
yo ana na kwadwo ma fa won si bibia ba kira wadaroma no ama yaso ate wai ye da se no bre yo I was your way ya ma ne boni kwadwo ba fo ne yete ne kanara ho samu a Basa bo some mienu ntamu ne yesiye awo kasoa no enna yede mu amane bo abesom ya konsam foforo mu na Bridge to Africa Connection International eno ayadwumako bi a enhye aban ase ene won ma yo munya no somu adwuma papa ye kasai wansamre ne achiase kro ne mu die won ma fa bo mu bo ahwese ensamso bi ye wo ho won ba siesie ade ama maburu na fei ha wodro bi a won mo fam ketenkete no so no won batumi asisi ano kwan na sa adwumade Koya one mokodi ye Madam Don Sudaland wano anana dano ya wahwese wobetumi ayama nneoma nyina akotote na fenso adehia no hawo wode agu enkrata so wone nsamtwofo kasa ya wo kire mu se anya sa bia obi wo sika nko ana e was bi okokoya ade anaso okokoya adoye de ma obi na mmom no aman no ankasa no yese wonsom eno anipa koriye ye wose e beboaboa ye ho ye ho ne nya ne nyina da emmo aban so.
I appreciate Major One who said that the community should reach within themselves and put the resources together and work together as a community and create the desks and the chairs and the things like that. So I'm very grateful that Major One shared that, because we all need to work together, okay? And we all need to do whatever we can do individually, all right? So if you're not able to do creating a chair, maybe you can be the person that does the painting of the building.
Anochi no nana odakere fosu aye wo hene ye wo wansamre achiase nana susu kasa kakra
achiase kru ni kedon wase na ko pon kwa de no shira wo yo mo bisa de bia na o mo bisa bia na ko pon ya kasa wo on kan no mo sanka so na ye mpia incoming mpia wo ba won ne se oji akonya na yi senior in a hidden city, a Hindia. Then you will be going to have a fresh room. Like I gave up. So you see a lot of when you're cooking. And then about me, this is our baby. Or quite one catch as a man. Or quite one kind as a man. Because if you go to Toma and San, you cook with this. You might chat out my ya on kai ye empire book any ye friend na so as be kai oh
Afei Achuma Ponua NPP parliamentary candidate Ora Seth was say Akutu one so the kakra so.
It is the responsibility of the government and the local assembly to make sure such facilities are provided for the communities. However, you have come to support us. Special thanks go to all of you who initiated the whole process, especially I was talking to Don. I asked why Achiase Wansamri, not any other community. She did explain to me why this project has been brought to Achiase community. We are very grateful. And while you were at the place, you also made mention about the road. That is one of the things that I want to respond. Indeed, the road is so bad. While I was going around soliciting for votes to go as a parliamentary candidate, I used this road 2 or 3 occasions. One of that occasion, I nearly slept at Seso, because the road was too bad. Although I'm using a very heavy car, yet it was too difficult for me to cross. We have realized the need.
I was away at Achuma Ponua NPP parliamentary candidate Ora Seth or say Akuturie. And I want to be on a yana tako wie awa bobuano. Ya jina we so ya den 7 nyina esi asedako adiama kokwa Veronica Jando. Akosia somwa ya Grace Buzi munyina yadam wasedam wase. Ora asante ebo Benedict wonne ensem for panyi. Ana menso ambetena se kenkan semi kraje se suchiama de mamo eyeme. Akosia ajewa akwade boaten. Sebere ya soreso akosompa nkomo etwaso.
Here in Ghana, when it comes to chicken, the good old days are back. Why? Because Boris Beef's Chicken, BBC, is here. Yep, give your family and loved ones Boris Beef's Chicken. Fresh, tasty, delicious. Boris Beef's Chicken is produced right here in Ghana by our cherished poultry farmers with support from the Ministry of Agric. Get whole frozen chicken, gizzard, chicken feet, chicken neck, and chicken liver for those special family meals, buffets, picnics, funerals, and all restaurants. Get Boris Beef's Chicken. It's halal, so everybody can enjoy. Wherever you are, call Boris Beef's Farms hotline 05 444 444 53. Ask for our branch that is closest to you and come get your chicken. Boris B's Chicken, BBC, proudly a Fiakoko.
Hey, Sewa, me who watch you. Me na no me bisa cry so kwa brochu.
Kwaku, afeina me beko. Me nkrata krani.
Hey, eni me ma connection man for den kofo sika adwane ne wanya otwe di musa no.
Oh, Express Group Adarumenti, akwentu ayefo. Opese